Millions of Chinese came to the Southern Ocean or Nanyang as coolies, in effect, slave laborers. The coolies hoped desperately to break free of this system of servitude. They longed for a better life, and many, including Li Weihan's ancestors, succeeded beyond their wildest dreams. During the Qingming Festival, it is customary for Chinese in every part of the Southern Ocean to visit their family graves before sunrise, to pay their respects to their forebears.
几年前我开始寻根调查，当时我很想知道我的祖先是谁，然后他们从中国什么地方移民到印尼，他们为什么移民到了印尼，为什么从印尼移民到了荷兰，他们如何在这个每个地方开始一个新的生活。
Li Weihan was born in the Netherlands, but he has come here to Bangka to find out more about his family history. He has heard that his great-grandmother was from a prominent family, the Hans.
我是在荷兰出生的，在荷兰长大的。那当时我当然知道我的面孔跟我的朋友的面孔不一样，他们都是白种人，我是黄种人。他们说啊，你是中国人，不是中国人，我是跟你们一样。从12岁以来，我是怀疑从哪里来的，是从中国。中国在哪儿？在中国人也说荷兰语吗？还是说什么语言？他们吃什么？所以从12岁以来，我对中国越来越感兴趣。所以04年我第一次去中国，开始学中文，3个月学中文，在北京语言学院。
Li has discovered that in the 18th century, Dutch colonists in their capital city Batavia, now Jakarta, turned on the local Chinese and slaughtered thousands. It was an event known as the Red Stream Massacre. Li's ancestor, Han Song-kyong, lived in Surabaya. When he received news of the terrible events in Batavia, he knew that as a prominent and wealthy man, he was likely to be targeted. So he made a radical decision to protect his family. Han converted to Islam and married a Javanese woman. It was a matter of survival. Although some of his children refused to convert, Han Song-kyong's decision ensured the prosperity of his family over many generations. The Hans became one of the most distinguished families in Surabaya. This is made evident by the magnificent ancestral temple they built in the city, where family members, both Muslim and non-Muslim, came to worship their ancestors. Today, Han Song-kyong's descendant, Li Weihan, is visiting the temple, which these days is only rarely opened.
每个人的祖先，对他们的生命有非常大的影响。 所有祖先的作为，决定每个人在什么社会、经济、政治的环境出生和长大。所以我很想保持跟我的祖先的关系。这是一个有关在印尼住的华侨的一本书，这都是有关那个新韩的中心。This tree. Everybody are the descendants of Han Wei-kung.
Yeah.
And it must be one of his brothers.
Yes.
That is my great-great-great-great-grandfather. Do you know if there are children of these also in there?
I don't know. This not trace.
Okay. Because what I would really hope to find is the children of these.
Oh, I see.
Because I know my ancestors up to this generation.
See.
Well, I know that my oldest ancestor, which is 8 generations ago, he should be this generation.
See.
The story of Li Weihan's ancestors is one of resilience and survival, crowned with commercial success and influence. but often threatened by prejudice and violence. The same kind of family stories can be told in Malaysia. This is the Royal Selangor Tin Works near Kuala Lumpur. It is world famous and today has many workshops in at least 20 countries. It was founded by Yong Kun, who arrived in Malaya in 1885. His small workshop supplied utensils and such like to local people.
My grandfather came from Shantou, Taipo, with his two brothers and friends. There were a lot of Chinese people who came to this part of the world to make a fortune, to earn their living. Because he knew how to make pewter, he knew he could earn money when he came here. At that time, I think everybody in China thought if they come to Malaya, they would become rich. So that's why they came. He came in a little boat. It took him a long time to come here. When he arrived here, he had to go from house to house to make pewter pieces for all the rich people. He was a one-man show. No machines, no molds.
His son, Yong Bing Bo, was more ambitious. At the suggestion of a British engineer, the Selangor factory began turning out many different commodities that catered for Western tastes. Ashtrays, flower vases, and of course, teapots. The Selangor Tin Works thrived and got noticed.
In 1979, the late Sultan of Selangor, he walked into a department store in Perth with his group of bodyguards behind him. The salespeople did not know who he was, so the salesman asked the Sultan, "Where are you from, sir?" And the Sultan replied him, "I'm from Selangor." And the salesman said, "Selangor pewter, we know Selangor pewter, we sell Selangor pewter." But he did not know this was the rule of the state where Selangor pewter came from. So the Sultan came back, he called us and he said, "You've made the name of my state so famous all over the world. I want to make you my royal pewterer." That's how it became royal. We've been exporting our products all over the world. A lot of people know Malaysia because of our products, because of Selangor pewter. And Malaysians are very proud of what we make. We've helped to put Malaysia on the map. People who do not know this country, at least they have heard of our products, Selangor pewter.
For many, it seemed the Nanyang world was a land of opportunity.